The Greenwood Rising History Center, it tells the story of Tulsa's history, Greenwood District, both before and after the 1921 race massacre. Since opening for the centennial, thousands of people from across the country have visited the museum to learn more about a tragic chapter in our country's history, but also to learn more about Black Wall Street. Last month, Greenwood Rising announced its new executive director, Dr. Raymond Doswell. He joins us this afternoon to talk more about his goals for the museum going forward. Thank you for being with us this afternoon. Welcome to Tulsa.
Thank you very much.
So how excited are you to be starting this new role?
I'm thrilled to be here. I'm very excited for the opportunity to lead, and I think they're the great days ahead for Greenwood, the neighborhood, and the museum.
Sure. Now, you also spent time as the director of the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum in Kansas City. How will your experience there move us forward here in Tulsa?
Well, there are great similarities to the Baseball Museum project and the 18th and Vine neighborhood, as it's called there, similar to the Greenwood neighborhood. It was a neighborhood that was established in the Black community, that is experiencing redevelopment, and museums and cultural centers are the anchor of the redevelopment there. So a lot of great lessons learned there that can be applied here. In many ways, Greenwood is ahead of some of the things that were happening in Kansas City, but there's obviously some great lessons that we can also take. We welcome several thousand tourists in Kansas City annually, and we want to continue the great momentum that's been building here in Greenwood.
Absolutely. Well, I love that you said, all of the momentum that has been building around these cultural centers. Greenwood Rising is certainly one of those. There has been a revitalization in North Tulsa and certainly a focus to create more opportunity there. Why do you think Greenwood Rising plays such a big role in that, in bringing people back down, not to just downtown, but to Black Wall Street, the Greenwood District?
Well, I think America as a whole is rediscovering in some cases, and maybe for the first time for many people, the important part of African American history and the role that many communities like Greenwood play in their community's history. I think nationally, folks are very much drawn to this unique story here in Tulsa, both the original creation of Black Wall Street, the unfortunate tragedy of Black Wall Street, but also the rebirth of Black Wall Street.
Yeah.
And we see it every day. In just a few days I've been here, the people are coming from all over the world, walking around the neighborhood, really inspired by what they see, and of course, learning from what's there at the museum. And you will see many different districts like Greenwood, like our Kansas City, the 18th Vine area, and many other places around the country that are allowing people to come and be educated about African American history, which is everyone's history, and they can take part in it and understand it. And in our moment in the country now, where we're dealing with many issues on race, we want to learn about the truth of that history, and through truth we can have reconciliation.
Absolutely, and pave a path forward as
Yes.
well. Going forward, as the executive director, what do you see the future for Greenwood Rising? We have attracted so many, thousands of visitors since the centennial marking the centennial. What does the future look like?
Well, we hope to have thousands more, absolutely. And it's my job to continue to bring in many more people, but really want to have opportunities for our local folk to come and either re-experience Greenwood or to come back for something interesting or something that interests them in relationship to understanding the story as it inspires entrepreneurship, but also as we look at ways to mitigate racial violence in our country. So through programming and through outreach, we want to make sure that folks here in Tulsa continue to not only come back to Greenwood, but become advocates for what we're trying to do.
Sure, there's such a great energy around the center, so we are so excited for you to be here. Welcome again to Tulsa, and thanks for making time for us this afternoon.
Thank you.